So my goal here is to put in another section with YouTube linked videos. I do have this one video in the header, but we want to do more than that. We've already done one video where we added a new section called History. So I'm going to use actually a similar layout in that I'll have two videos side by side, and maybe a title above each or under each one. Maybe even a little paragraph under each video too. That kind of makes sense. So I guess a good model would be to copy what we have for the history and put it after services and before portfolio. So we're in the HTML file, and here's services, portfolio, and my history section. And history goes all the way down here. So let's copy that whole history section and put it before the portfolio. And I'm going to put an ending comment here. End of videos, so it's easier to see where that ending is. There we go. And it makes it easier to find a comment when there's an extra space before or after it, and when you do all caps, that helps too. And this is our videos section. And our end of services section. Okay, videos. So the basic idea for these sections is that it opens with a section with a class of page section and ID name, and then we have a container, and here's this one has the history that we had. Started out with a title and a subtitle, so let's keep that. That's a nice idea. Videos. Watch these videos. Okay, very exciting. And then we end that text center, and then we have our row. So this row has two across. So I'm going to get rid of the other two that are there, and I know that this is where to end the selection because I'm going vertically. The tabs are correct, so I can see that this one that opens here closes here straight down, and this one opens, closes here. So this is the close of my row, and then the container. That's what those two closing divisions are, and then the close of the section. So I'll delete that. And again, it can help you when they're so far away from each other. So here's the row ending. It can be a good idea when you're doing your code to put in comments. End of row, end of container. Okay, so within the things that I have now, right now there's a class of timeline image that has an image, and then a timeline panel, and the timeline panel has a heading and a body with a paragraph. So I don't need this stuff. This is part of the other things. Let's take off things that we can. So here's that left side image that we have in history. It's this thing. So I'll get rid of that. So that leaves just the panel side. And I'll leave the class there now. Timeline heading, subheading, and then a paragraph. So that that sounds good. And then I'll just put a video here. So let's copy that and get rid of this one. Ready for a video. So now we just need to, let's see. So this one has two H4s. One of them's a subheading. I'll just get rid of one of them each time. And just so I know that things are working okay. Okay, so let's see if our new section is in now. There we go. Videos. So my background color is the same with the section above it, which doesn't make sense. So I should change the background color there. I could change it to this darker color. That would work. Let's see who that darker color is. So if I just put the BG Light class, that would put it on there. So is it on the container? Is that where it goes? Let's see. On the section, that gets the background class. BG-light. There we go. So it looks like my, at least when it's smaller, they're a little bit messed up. Let's see if I can get that straightened out wide. Oh, it has the margin on it. And the so that's because of the timeline panel. So maybe it's time to take the timeline panel idea out of those. So the div class timeline panel. I don't have a class, or this isn't going to do anything yet, but it'll remind me that I could do something with it if it's called a video panel. Okay, and that's centered text, which is fine. I think that's what I wanted. Okay, actually I kind of don't want just centered text. I'd rather have left justified. So it's paragraph text muted, but the text center class is what's on it, and that's here. Nope, row text center. I don't want it on the whole row. Is there such a thing as just text left on the paragraph? Nope. There should be. So let's make one. So in our style sheet, where to put this so they remember what's going on. Let's do it where we're talking about other paragraph items. There we go. That was pretty easy. So I'm leaving everything else text center, but I just want the paragraphs to be left justified. And these should break down into singles at that size. Okay, that's good. So I still don't like that color. It's too close to the one next to it. That's a good one. So if I'm taking that BG light out and doing this brand new text or background color, I'm going to need to do it specific to the section. So the ID videos, so I could do section dot or section hashtag videos. So here's the portfolio specific sections. I guess I can do it just before that. Would be fine. Videos. Background dash color. Okay, so that's set. And I'm ready to get the videos. I guess I can do that in this video. Hopefully it won't take too long. So I've already located a video that I like. Let me see if I can get my text document here. Okay, it's a really nice video, but I don't want to do all of it. And I really only want the first 15 seconds or so. Because right after this, I don't want the scary looking bucket. Okay, and the very beginning of the video, you know, from here to that scary bucket, the scary bucket ends at 16, 17, maybe 17. Okay, and if I go to share on this, no, not share. Embed, yes, so share. And it gives me some automatic code here. It tells, where did that go? It gives me the option to start it somewhere. So I don't want to start it at frame 16 where I paused it. I want it to start, well, let's say just for fun I'll start it at 2 seconds. Okay, and then it, if I want the controls to show up in my website, then I keep that checked. Privacy enhanced mode, if you click on these things, it should tell you what it is. Oh, it's like a weird pop-up. It won't store information about the visitors unless they play the video. Well, that doesn't really help us. They do have, well, let's see. So just with this as it is, start at 2 and show player controls. So the start at 2, when we click that, it put that code in right here. And the show player controls, it's, I guess that's default, so it's not going to show that. So I'm going to just copy this whole bit of code, which I kind of already did in this text document here. Okay, and I'm going to go to this thing that says developer sample. Okay, and on here they show different kinds of things that you can do. Okay, so here's like the show player parameters. Is that what I clicked on? Can't remember what it said before. So player parameters, autoplay. So if we, here's the code that it would do. So if we hit autoplay and update player, then it shows, okay, that's how you do autoplay in the code. CC load policy, we're not going to worry about that. Color, used in the player's progress bar, so red is pretty typical. Show the controls, yes. Disable keyboard, no, we're not going to worry about that. Enable API, no. End, so this is useful. The time offset at which the video should stop playing. So if we start at 2, so 14 seconds from that would be 16, so that would be good. So I had already done this once. There you see a 14. We don't need to worry. FS, that's full screen. Sure, we'll let people do that. That's kind of nice. Loop. We don't need to do a loop. Modest branding. Prevent the YouTube logo from displaying in the control bar. That sounds good. Playlist, we don't have a playlist for this. Start time. So this is kind of, in this thing it's offset. So I'll put starting at 2. Okay. So all those things that we did there, if we update it, we can see them here. So this, the way that it codes it, we kind of need that information to copy into our other one that it didn't let us just do it easily. So I'm going to copy this one as well and put it in our thing here. Okay. So there's things that this copy does and things that this one does that we kind of want to merge. So let's see what we have. So we have autoplay. Here's the start 2, and here's the start 2 here. So here's this point here in the video. There's the question mark after the YouTube embed thing, and then it starts this stuff. So I want all of this stuff. Autoplay 1 and end equals 14, and modes and modest branding equals 1 and start equals 2. I want all that. So I'm going to copy that, and this will go after the thing there. I'll just replace the start 2. Okay. So things that this is doing is autoplay. So I should be able to get rid of this autoplay and semicolon. Everything else looks kind of normal. Alright, so that's my code. So I'm going to copy that block, go to my HTML, and place video here. Let's put it there, and I'll put another copy there just to see how they work. So we'll save this and go to our page and refresh. Very nice, look at that. So it's on autoplay. Oh, but it didn't just autoplay. So there we see it. Is it going to stop at the point where we said? It did. So even though the video is longer, it stopped at the end point that we said. That's good. So we could actually have the second video here with the same link but change where it starts and ends. So let's see, let's pick another spot. Okay, 13 to 121. So 13 to 21, 8. So if I start, so if I end, 8 seconds after I start, and start at so if we count seconds, 121, so 60, no, it was 113, so 60 plus 13. I think this will work. So I'm wondering if that autoplay that we had before, if I just put that back in. Where was it? After accelerometer. I'll put it back in on this one. No, they're both. Okay. So they're playing it at different places. It's not stopping. I think it wants, no, where does it want to stop? I don't know why this one isn't stopping. So I did something wrong with the end part. End 8, it just did not like that. Do I need to do... Let's try that. 82, so 73 to 82. That worked. Okay. So it's not, it's the end is not a number of seconds, it's actually the number of seconds from the beginning. Okay, so I think that worked well. And let's see what it does with a responsive screen. Ooh, not so good. So I'll have to fix what the videos do with those iframes. Well, it does fine when it breaks down there, but it's not fitting within the thing too well. So maybe I'll do another video to fix that.